There is a truth about life that is rarely spoken out loud, not because it is complicated, but because it is uncomfortable. Some people start life already running, while others start carrying weight they never chose. From the very beginning, the ground is not the same. Some grow up surrounded by safety, others grow up surrounded by survival. And this difference quietly shapes everything that comes after. The Stoics understood this well. They never claimed the world was fair. They never promised equality of outcomes. They only asked one thing: to see reality clearly, without illusions. When we look honestly, we see that the poor are not poor because they lack effort, and the rich are not rich because they are morally superior. Life does not work that way. The poor often work harder, longer, and under more pressure, yet their lives feel heavier. Why? Because effort alone does not determine direction. A man who is drowning can swim all day and still go nowhere. Not because he is weak, but because he is fighting water, not moving forward. The Stoics would say, before judging effort, observe the current. Many people are born into calm waters, others are born into storms, and this difference quietly shapes everything that comes after. From a young age, the poor learn one lesson very early. Mistakes are dangerous. A single wrong step can cost stability. So life becomes careful, defensive, tight. The rich often learn something different. Mistakes are lessons. They can afford to fall, stand up, and try again. This difference quietly shapes the future. One life grows cautiously, the other grows expansively. And neither path is chosen consciously at first. They are inherited through environment. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. But for those who live in constant survival, fear is not imagination, it is daily experience. This is where the gap begins, not in intelligence, not in discipline, but in starting conditions. Many people believe life is a race. The Stoics never agreed with this idea, because a race assumes everyone starts at the same line. In reality, some people start 10 steps ahead. Others start carrying weight on their backs. When two people arrive at different places, we are quick to judge effort, but slow to question distance. The poor do not only lack money, they lack margin. Margin is the space between falling and collapsing. The rich often live with margin: time margin, financial margin, emotional margin. The poor rarely do. Every decision feels heavy because every mistake is expensive. For the rich, a wrong choice may mean losing money. For the poor, a wrong choice may mean losing stability. This difference changes everything. The Stoics taught that human behavior follows perceived threat. A mind under threat does not think long-term, it thinks about survival. This is why advice often fails. Telling someone in survival mode to think about the future is like telling a drowning man to plan a vacation. It is not wisdom, it is misunderstanding. The rich can think strategically because their present is protected. The poor must think tactically because their present is fragile. Strategy builds growth. Tactics maintain survival. Both are intelligent responses to different conditions, but only one leads upward. This is why hard work alone does not guarantee movement. Direction matters more than effort.
A person pushing a heavy load uphill may work harder than someone walking freely downhill, yet their outcomes will look unfair, and they are. The Stoics never denied unfairness. They only warned us not to confuse unfairness with failure. Different starting points produce different trajectories. Ignoring this reality does not create equality. It only creates judgment.
There is a deep misunderstanding about risk. Many people believe the rich are simply braver, while the poor are afraid. This is not entirely true. The real difference is not courage, but the cost of failure. For the poor, failing once can mean falling too far, missing payments, losing stability, losing dignity. Because of this, they choose the safest path, even if that path is narrow. For the rich, failure is a learning expense, an expense they can afford, and this is their greatest advantage. The Stoics understood this through the concept of inner resilience. Marcus Aurelius wrote that people are not disturbed by events, but by the meaning they give to them. For the poor, failure often means, "I am not capable." For the rich, failure often means, "This didn't work yet." This difference in meaning creates a massive difference in outcome, because meaning determines whether a person rises again or stops. The rich can fall many times and still stand, not because they are stronger, but because they have room to recover. Financial room, social room, psychological room. The poor rarely have this room. Every mistake feels final. This is why they play defense, and in the game of money, defense never creates breakthroughs. It only prevents drowning. The Stoics do not judge this choice. They understand that people act according to the threats they perceive. But the Stoics also warn, a life lived entirely on defense will always fall behind, not because of lack of effort, but because there is no space to grow. This is why small help rarely changes someone's life, because what is needed is not just money, but breathing room. Without breathing room, every opportunity feels dangerous. The rich invest money. The poor often invest themselves. One loses money when they fail. The other loses life stability. Different stakes change the entire game. The Stoics taught that resilience must come before courage. Without resilience, courage is only gambling. This is why the advice, "Take more risks," often feels unfair. Risk for whom? Without a cushion, risk becomes an existential threat, and a threatened mind cannot think long-term. This is the third reason why the rich keep getting richer. They can fail without losing everything. Many people believe that wealth is inherited through money. The Stoics saw it differently. What is truly inherited is the way of thinking about money. Money only follows the mind. Children from wealthy families grow up seeing money as a tool. Children from poor families often grow up seeing money as a threat, not because their parents were wrong, but because experience shapes meaning. If from a young age money was always scarce, the mind learns one lesson: spend quickly before it disappears. This is not stupidity, it is adaptation. The Stoics deeply respected adaptation, but adaptation that works in an old environment can become a trap in a new one. Financial habits are formed long before a person understands economics. How your parents talked about money, how they reacted during crises, how they treated debt.
All of these become an inner script that runs automatically. The rich often teach their children that money should make more money. The poor often teach their children that money must solve problems immediately. These two teachings create two very different worlds. The Stoics taught that freedom begins when we realize that not all of our thoughts belong to us. Many financial habits are not conscious choices, but emotional inheritance. As long as this is unconscious, the pattern repeats. The rich teach their children about delay, about waiting, about growth. The poor teach their children about surviving, and surviving again. Survival is honorable, but survival alone is never enough to move upward. The Stoics do not blame the past, they do not fight it, they observe it, because only through honest observation can a chain be broken. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a person's life is colored by their thoughts. If thoughts about money are always tense, money will always feel tight. But here's the good news. Mental inheritance can be changed, not quickly, not instantly, but it is possible. Through awareness, through a simple question, is this truly my choice or just an old habit speaking? Every time this question appears, a small opening forms. And from that small opening, real change begins.
Stoicism does not promise that life will become easy. It only promises that life can become clear. And clarity is more valuable than false hope. If you ask, "So what should I do?" the Stoics would answer calmly. Start with what is within your control, not the market, not the system, not the injustice of the world, but your way of thinking, your way of responding, and the small habits you build every day. The poor are not poor because they are lazy, and the rich are not rich because they are more virtuous. Stoicism rejects this simple narrative. What separates them is life structure and inner resilience. Therefore, the way out is not trying to become rich instantly. The way out is becoming a more stable human being. The Stoics taught 3 quiet steps. First, reduce leakage. This does not mean living miserably, but becoming aware of where your energy leaks. Not only money, but emotion, attention, and time. Many poor people do not run out of money, they run out of focus. Second, create distance from impulse. The rich are not always smarter, they simply react less quickly. They delay decisions, and that delay saves them from many mistakes. Every time you want to buy, respond, or give up, create distance. The Stoics call this taking the position of a spectator toward yourself. Third, the first investment is not money, but personal capacity. Learn to think clearly. Learn to calm the mind. Learn to read situations without excessive emotion. Without this, money only magnifies chaos. With this, even small amounts of money can begin to work. The Stoics believed that a person cannot control the final outcome, but they can control the direction. And the right direction, if followed long enough, will take a person to a different place. Not overnight, not in a year, but slowly, steadily, without destroying the soul.
The rich keep getting richer because they live in systems that allow growth. The poor keep struggling because their lives are too tight to breathe. Your task is not to blame anyone. Your task is to expand your own space, little by little, with awareness, with patience, with calm. And perhaps that is the first form of wealth that truly belongs to you.